The year is 1981 and I'm 18 years old. I'm in my bedroom going through my closet trying to put outfits together from the stuff that I buy from thrift stores. And I've just gotten something put together. It's a brown jerkin, looks like bark. It's long enough to be a mini dress, bright green Christmas tights with it, and brown knee-high boots that have a low heel that zip up on the side. I look like a reject from a Robin Hood movie, but I'm happy with it. I hear my mother call me. "Becky, come here a minute." We're not getting along right now, so I'm not thrilled by this, but I go because my mother brought me up better. You don't argue. So I see she's in the bathroom looking out the back window onto the backyard. She's watching something. "What's he doing?" she says to me. I peer through the window and I see in the adjoining backyard a tall, thin man with sunglasses and a big full beard, jeans, shirt. He's got a long stick thing and he's smacking a stack of tires. Smack! One goes to the left. Smack! One goes to the right. I look at her and I say, "He's smacking tires with a stick." And I go to walk away. No. Go out there and ask him what he's doing." Why do I have to do this? Why? Why can't she do this? This is what I think. I don't say it. So I go back out there and I wait till he's done doing whatever it is that he's doing. "Excuse me, sir. My mom has a question. What are you doing?" Stands with his hands on his hip, looking at me for a second. "I'm practicing," he says, mildly annoyance in his voice. "Thank you, sir." Run back inside. He's practicing, and I go to run back to my bedroom. No, go back out there and ask him why. Why is he doing that? Why is he practicing? Oh my God. I run back outside, wait till he's done, paused for a second in what he's doing. "Excuse me, sir, I hate to bother you again. My mother wants to know why are you practicing? Or what are you practicing?" Again, the hand on the hip. "I'm practicing my sword play so I can get better." And he turns back to what he's doing. "Thank you, sir. I apologize for bothering you." I go back inside. "He's practicing his sword play, Ma. I'm going to go back to my room." No. What? What does that mean, practicing his sword play? Go back out there and ask him. What does that mean? God, why is she doing this to me? Ugh. I go back outside. I wait patiently until he stops. And when he stops, he actually turns and looks like he's going to walk back to the house. "Excuse me, sir, I hate to bother you again. My mother has another question." This time he approaches the fence. So I move a little closer to the fence. And I think this is the first time he's really seeing me. He stops, his eyes do this. Well, his head does this, I can't see his eyes. They go down to my shoes and then back up to my face. Oh God, I think he's going to ask me the question, am I wearing underwear? I know this is a weird question, but I've been asked it countless times by young and not so young men on the train when I go into Manhattan. They always ask, "You got underwear underneath that?" And so just to defuse them and shoot them down really good, I start putting my underwear on the outside of the tights. And so to desexualize the whole thing, I go, "Yeah." And I pull up my skirt and I show them the underwear and it makes them go, "Oh," and they shut up and stop bothering me. So I'm thinking this is what he's going to ask. I said, "Before you ask, yes, I am wearing underwear." And I pull up the edge of the jerkin so he can see the bright Christmas red underwear that I have that I think looks really well with the tights. His head tilts to the side slightly that wasn't what I was going to ask you, but thanks for the info anyway. Oh, okay. And then I remembered the question. Why are you practicing your swordplay? His body seems to relax a little bit, and he says, I belong to a group called the SCA. It's the Society for Creative Anachronism, and we dress up in medieval clothing and party, basically. And so he starts explaining it to me, and it sounds vaguely interesting. I mean, I've never been a history buff, at least not at that point. And at some point he mentions the words bow and arrow, and the light bulb goes over my head. Bow and arrow? You mean you use real bow and arrows? And he's like, yeah, well, we protect them so they don't hurt anybody, but yeah. You mean like I could use a bow and arrow? The gears are going in my head. My mother won't let me have a bow and arrow because she thinks I'm going to kill the girl down the street. Yes, that is my intent. I would like to make it look like an accident and kill the girl down the street. He's like, yeah, we would teach you how to use the bow and arrow, the man tells me. I said, oh, that's really interesting. How about this, he says. My name's Eddie. We have a meeting next Thursday. We meet every second week of the month. Why don't I take you to one of our group meetings, and you can listen in, and you can start making your own opinion, your own ideas of whether you're interested or not in the group. And you can ask people questions and stuff. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Thank you. All right, yeah, next Thursday sounds good. I go back into the house. I tell my mom, I'm like, Ma. At this point, she's sitting down watching TV. I talk to the guy, and I tell her everything he's told me about, of course, I leave out the part about the bow and arrow. She's like, oh. She's not even looking at me. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. It's totally in the past, 1,000 miles now. I'm like, well, that was almost a complete waste of time, but at least, hey, this sounded interesting. I'm going to leave this part right here. We're going to end it right here. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week for part 2 of The Guy at the Fence. Have a great week, everybody.